Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So today we will be looking into the source shifting, which is another topic in the sources of electric circuit. So source shifting, see all these techniques what we are looking already, we have seen about source transformation. Okay, we there source transformation. So here we convert uh, current source to voltage source and voltage source to current source for circuit simplification. Okay, so that is the ultimately what we are doing here is we are analyzing means I want to know the circuit parameters quantities, so I have to simplify the circuit and operate. Okay, so next part is source shifting. Here what we are doing is okay, we are changing the position of the sources. We are changing the position of the sources, okay, such that the branch currents and node voltages will not alter. So here we change position of sources without altering or without uh, altering the branch currents and node voltages. Without altering branch current and node voltages. Okay. So how it has to be done, we will look into now. Now first we will look into the voltage source shifting. Okay. Voltage source shifting. Now voltage source shifting is done beyond the nodes. Just you remember the key points. Beyond or voltage sources are shifted voltage sources are shifted beyond nodes. Okay. So let us take a general circuit. I have a voltage source and say this is connected with some resistance okay. Let this be the circuit. This circuit I have purposely taken because it covers all understanding of voltage source shifting. Okay. Now let me give the resistance names as R1, R2, R3 and R4. Now we have two nodes here. There are four nodes actually. Let me call it as N1, node 1. Let me call it as N2, node 2, node 3, N3, and node 4, N4. Okay. Now we have to shift this voltage source of V volts beyond the nodes. It is given voltage sources are shifted beyond the nodes. Beyond which nodes? That is important. Okay. Beyond the nodes, those are connected to the source. Those are connected to the source. Not every node. Okay. I cannot shift this voltage source of V volts beyond N3 and N4 because N3 and N4 are not directly connected to the voltage source of V volts. Okay. But here you observe the node N1 and N2 are directly connected to the voltage source of V volts. So I can shift this voltage source either beyond N1 or beyond N2. Both I cannot do. Either I can shift this voltage source after N1 or after N2. Okay. Now what things we should remember when I want to shift the voltage source? This is extremely important because the potentials of the components should not change. Okay. Here we have written source shifting. We change the position of the sources without altering the branch currents and node voltages. Or particularly potential of an element connected to that node. So I am not interested in node voltage exactly, but I am interested in the potential of that element to which that node is connected. Now observe, this is my original circuit. Now R1 is connected to N1, R2 is connected to N1, R3 is connected to N2, R4 is connected to N2. We will not worry about what is the other connection at the other ends. Okay. So let me mark the terminals of all the resistors. So let me give the names A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. AB are the terminals of R1, CD are for R2, EF are for R3, GH are for R4. Okay. So now we should observe that the terminal A of R1 is connected to N1 and N1 is connected to positive terminal of the source. Therefore, the potential of N1 is positive. Do you agree? Yes? Do you agree that potential of N1 is positive?
Yes, sir.
And what about potential of N2?
Negative.
Okay, it is, sorry, it is negative. Okay, so potential of N1 is positive, potential of N2 is negative. So you should see here that R1 is connected to N1, R2 is connected to N2, N1. So terminal A of R1 is at positive potential, terminal C of R2 is also at positive potential. Is it right? Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Now similarly, terminal E of R3 is at negative potential, terminal G of R4 is also at negative potential. Do you agree? Because it is a same node connection. Is it? A is connected to N1, C is connected to N1, and N1 is connected to positive terminal of the voltage source. So therefore, N1 is at positive potential, and hence A and C are also at positive potential. Is it right? Now, when I want to shift this voltage source, say beyond N1, first we'll check what happens beyond N1, then we'll check what happens beyond N2. If I want to shift this voltage source beyond N1, the potential of terminal A of R1 and C of R2 should remain same. They should not change. Getting my point? Potential of terminal A of R1 and potential of terminal C of R2 should remain same. These two should not change. So I should be shifting this voltage source beyond the node in such a way that the elements connected to that node should possess the same potential as earlier connection. That is my rule of source shifting. Okay. So first case what I will take is case 1. Shifting voltage source or shift voltage source beyond node N1. Beyond node N1. Now when I shift this voltage source beyond node N1, what will happen to this branch? That should also be taken care, is it? I am shifting from here. I am shifting from this point beyond the node after N1 or after N2. But what will happen to this original branch? The original branch has to be made 0. The source value in that branch should be made 0. Now, if it is a voltage source, how can I make it the voltage 0? Where does the voltage 0 exist? Under short circuit or under open circuit? If I want to make any branch 0 of 0 voltage, should I short circuit or should I open circuit it?
Short.
Yes. Okay. So if I have to replace any branch with 0 potential, then I have to short circuit that branch. So when I shift the voltage source beyond a node, then the original branch of voltage source should be short circuited. Okay, because I have to make that voltage source effectively 0 in that branch. To make voltage source to 0 value, I have to short circuit it. Okay, so shift voltage source beyond node N1 and short circuit the original branch. And short circuit the original branch. So this I have to do now. Now this is node N1 And when I shift this voltage source beyond node N1, I should shift this voltage source in all the branches connected to node N1. Okay. Shift voltage source beyond node N1 in all the branches connected. That is very important. In all the branches connected. Okay, so there are two branches connected to node N1. I have to shift this voltage source in both the branches. I have this resistor here. Okay. So this is R1, R2, R3, and R4. Now the original branch of the voltage source should be replaced by a short circuit. Should be created by a short circuit. Okay. So now the original polarity of R1, this is A, which is positive. This is C, which is positive. Okay. This is E, which is negative. This is G, which is negative. Now, the polarities of these elements connected to the nodes should not change. Like that, I have to change shift my voltage source. Now, this is of V volts. This is of V volts. Now, if the polarity of this terminal A has to be positive, then the direction of voltage source should be like this. Is it? Will it serve the purpose?
Yes, sir.
A terminal of R1 is positive with original connection. C terminal of R2 is positive with original connection. Now A terminal of R1 is positive. C terminal of R2 is positive. So here the things are taken care. Then what about here? E terminal of R3 is negative. G terminal of R4 is negative. I should see this also. Okay. So now this new node, I can call this as N1 dash. Okay. This new node is at negative potential. Is it? Because negative terminal of voltage source, both the voltage source of equal value, because this the same source I am shifting in both the branches. It is at negative potential, and this node N2 is directly connected through a wire to N1 dash. So it is means the same connection. Now N2 is also at negative potential. Okay. So automatically my terminal E of R3 is negative and terminal G of R4 is also negative. So I have shifted the voltage source carefully in such a way that no element potentials have changed. And this shift is valid. Now this shift is valid because the R1, R2, R3, R4 are at their original potentials. Okay. So this node, which is connected to the source of V volts, is acting as a source to R1 and R2. Simply, I have replaced it with a source. That's it. Because whatever the potential is available at this point of terminal of this voltage source, the same potential is available at the node N1 because it is a simple wire with zero resistance assumed. So I have simply shifted this voltage source beyond the nodes. That's it. Okay, so this is how I have to shift the voltage source beyond the node. Now this is case 1, which I have shifted the voltage source beyond node N1. Now in case 2, I will shift it beyond node N2. Okay. So case 2, I should not do simultaneously both beyond N1 and beyond N2. That is not valid. Either I can shift beyond N1 and analyze the circuit, or I can shift beyond N2 and analyze the circuit. Okay. Now in case 2, shift voltage source beyond N2 in all branches connected to it, and replace and create short circuit in original branch of source. Original branch of voltage source. Original branch of voltage source. Okay. Now I will do that. For a moment, I will copy the original circuit. Okay. This is my original circuit. Fine. Now I have to shift this voltage source beyond the node N2. Okay. In all the branches connected to it, that is branch with R3 and branch with R4, and replace the original branch of the source by short circuit. Okay, so what I will do now here, I will keep R1, R2 branch as it is. This is R1, R2. Now original branch should be created with a short circuit. Okay. Now this is R3 and R4. Okay. Now these are terminal A, terminal B. This is terminal C, P. This is terminal C, terminal D, terminal E, F, and G, H. Okay. So terminal C was originally at negative potential, terminal G was originally at negative potential. So therefore, the polarity of the source marking should be like this: minus, plus, V volts, V volts. Okay, V volts and V volts. So see here, A is at positive potential originally connected to this node N1. Now I will call this as N2 dash. A new node is formed. Okay, C is also at positive potential. Now the positive terminal of V is connected to N2 dash, positive terminal of V is connected to N2 dash. So N2 dash is at positive potential and N2 dash is connected to N1 directly. Hence N1 will be at positive potential, A will be at positive potential, C will also be at positive potential. So the polarity of the circuit elements has not changed. Okay. Again, this becomes a valid source shifting beyond the node, voltage source shifting beyond the node. Okay. So this is how we have to shift the voltage source beyond the node. Keep in mind that the polarity of the terminals of elements, circuit elements, should be retained after the shifting. Okay, that is the rule. So once we go into the numerical problem solutions, we'll be more practice to do this. Okay, this is one more technique of circuit analysis. Okay, but we will be using these techniques to get the equivalent circuits. Okay, we will be using these techniques to get equivalent circuits of that sort. Okay, there are various techniques of circuit analysis. This is one among those. Okay, now are the things clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, simple remember one thing. This we have seen the technicality, how to shift. Now, simple, if you observe, whatever the direction of source is there, with the same direction you just shift beyond the node. Is it? Positive is up, negative is down. With the same direction, simply put that source beyond this node N1. Or simply put in the same direction beyond this node N2. Have we done the same thing here in case 1 and case 2? I am simply making that source travel ahead of the node and creating a short circuit in the branch. Is it? If I connect wheels to this source and simply make it travel beyond the node, it will go to this road and this road in the same direction. Positive heading, okay, heading towards the direction of the shift. Whatever the sign of the source is there, that should head towards the direction of the shift. So positive sign is there, which is heading towards the direction of N1. So therefore, it should be shifted the same way. Negative direction is there when it is heading towards the node N2, it should be shifted in the same. That's it. Okay. So this is all about the voltage source shifting. Any doubts so far?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell.
So what is the need of doing this now? Because there's no change in the circuit now, sir.
That what is the need?
Need of doing this source shifting because
Yeah, the need of doing this source shifting is to get the equivalent circuit. Now, if I want to represent this entire circuit as a single source circuit with equivalent values of resistance. See, this is not, I am not telling this is the only way. This is one of the method. What we are studying in this course or in this subject is various methods of analysis. This is one among those. Are you getting? Whether it is advantageous or not advantageous, it is a second issue. This is one of the circuit reduction technique when sources are involved. If I have to, if I ask you to get the equivalent circuit of this source, this circuit, what you will do? You will take the effective value of all the resistances, is it?
yes,
Yes or
sir.
no? You will take effective value of all the resistances. Now, please remember, or think that I will ask you to take the equivalent circuit of this circuit. What you will do? How you will get the equivalent circuit? One is source transformation. Is it? Now this is the only circuit I have. So for example, I have this circuit. I will take it out. Okay. I will ask you to get equivalent circuit of this. What you will do? You will convert this voltage source into current source and take the equivalent circuit. That is one way. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Like source transformation is one way of analysis or one way of finding the circuit reduction technique or circuit simplification technique. Source shifting is another method. That's it. Source shifting is another method. Why? Because now sometimes what happens is, if a source is there in a particular branch, I cannot take the effective value of that. Can I take the effective resistance of these two until I convert these branches into current sources and do this? Now this is R1 and R2. Can I take the values, effective value of R1 and R2 directly? And effective values of V1 and V2 directly?
No, sir.
We can't do it, is it? So one way is that I will convert this. I will convert this to my convenient form, and I will take the effective values of resistances, effective values of sources, and then I will come to a equivalent circuit. Okay, so here I am using a source transformation technique. Okay, there may be some circuits where source transformation will not serve. We will come into examples. When we solve examples on source shifting, you will come to know that. Okay. So there may be some time where only source transformation will not be helpful for me to reduce the circuit form. Okay. Then this technique may be used. So this is one of the technique of circuit reduction. Did I answer your question or still you are in confusion?
I got the answer.
Okay. When we look into the exact particular examples, I will elaborate this explanation once again. Okay. Now, the next part is current source, shifting of current source. Okay. Now, what we have seen is the shifting of voltage source. Now, we will see shifting of current source. Okay. Now, current source are shifted across the branches. Okay. Voltage sources were shifted beyond the nodes. Current sources are shifted across the branches. Current sources are shifted across the branches. Okay. Across the branches connected to the node, across the branches connected to node where original branch of current source is connected. don't get confused with statement. You will get the meaning. Okay, where the original branch of current source is connected. Okay, and the current in original branch is made 0. And the current in original branch is made 0. How to make a current 0 in any branch? Yes?
So open circuit.
That is open circuit. That is create open circuit in original branch. Create open circuit in original branch. Now suppose I have a circuit with multiple branches. This is some circuit I have. So let this be R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7, and say V. And I have a current source here. Let this be I. Now let me mark the nodes N1, N2, and N3. Okay. Now the current source is not in parallel to either R1 or R2. It is in parallel with R1 and R2 such a way that R1 and R2 are also in parallel. If this was the case, that a current source is in parallel to a particular resistance R1, is there any difficulty in converting this or analyzing this or reducing this? Simple, I will be replacing this with a voltage source branch V, which is equals to I into R and R1, and I will take this as R1. I would have done this very easily, is it? But the problem is current I, the source I, is not only in parallel to R1 and not only in parallel to R2. Okay, it is in parallel to the combination of R1 and R2 such that between them there is a node. If it was in parallel with R1 and R2 connected in series, then I would have taken I in parallel with R1 plus R2 and converted this. That would have been very easy. But now, if I want to get an equivalent circuit here, it is a bit difficult. Can you imagine getting direct equivalent circuit here? Easily? Okay.
No.
Without a particular transformation technique, we can't use it. One more transformation technique we get into is a star delta transformation, delta to star and star to delta, but that is restricted only to the circuit elements, passive elements, not to the sources. Okay. So now, if I want to get an equivalent circuit of this, there is no way other than source shifting. I think that question is answered immediately here only. Why we need to shift the sources is to get equivalent circuit where only the source transformation will not serve the purpose. And this is that circuit where only source transformation is not possible. Here I can do. voltage in series with R5 plus R7, that can be converted to a current source. But again, the same question will come later on also. What has to be done like that? Or the number of steps in attaining the equivalent circuit may be more. Now this is simple circuit we can do. Instead of 5 steps, I can use 7 to 8 steps. But if the circuit is very huge, which contain hundreds of elements, at that point of time we should be thinking. So all the techniques of solution analysis were developed to solve large complex circuits. Simple circuits we can do manually itself. So now, as per the statement what I have written here, current sources are shifted across the branches connected to the node where original branch of the current source is connected. See, original branch of the current source is connected to node N1 and node N3. Okay. Now, current source I has to be shifted across the branches connected to N1 and N3. So, what are the branches connected to N1 and N3 which are coming across I? No, R3 is also connected to N1, but current I is not in parallel to R3 directly. So now I have to shift the current source across R1 and across R2. How I have to do that? Okay, is here. This part I will not draw. R6, R7, V and all. Okay. This is so. This is R4. Okay. This is R1. This is R2. I am interested in only R1 and R2. Now this is node N1. This is node N2 and this is node N3. Okay. Now I have to shift this current source I across the branches connected to the nodes of original current source branch, that is across R1 and across R2. So this I1 now will come across this is the current source I. Okay. This is the current source I. Now, how should be the direction of current source? Okay. See, observe, the current is entering node N1. The current is entering node N1. This current I is entering the node N1. So, this current I should enter the node N1. This current I is leaving the node N3. So this current I should leave the node N3. So direction is upward. Simple. If the direction is upward across the branches of the current source in parallel to current source should be upward. If it is downward, it should be downward. Simple. Now observe one more thing. Node N2 was nowhere in picture in direct connection to I. It means that the current I at node N2 is 0. Is it? Yes or no? This current I is entering node N1, leaving node N3. Nowhere N2 is coming into picture, but N2 has come into picture here. So what is the effect of current I at node N2? Originally?
0.
0. Okay. No current, this current I is not in contact with the node N2. Okay. So at node N2, observe here, the current is entering node N2 and immediately it is leaving that. So the effect of current I at N2 even after shifting is still 0. Is it? Yes or no? Current is leaving the node N3. See, this current I is leaving the node N3. This current I is entering the node N1. So current I is entering the node N1. Then because I have to keep this current across R1 and R2, I have to connect it to node N2. But what is happening? Current N3 is leaving the node, current I is leaving the node N3, coming to N2, immediately it is leaving from N2 and going to N1. So this R4, okay, will not get any part of the current I into it. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
It is coming, leaving. It is just entering and leaving. Immediately it is leaving. It is not flowing into R4. So the circuit effectively has not changed its behavior. All the branch currents in the circuit are intact. That is the reason. That is the first thing what we have seen in the source shifting. When we shift the sources, the node voltages and branch currents should not alter. Is this justified here? Yes, is this justified? The branch currents are not altered. They are the same before shifting and after shifting. And this source shifting is done on paper. Okay, all this analysis, what we are doing, it is on paper for our simplification and analysis. Original circuits will not have this facility of source shifting. I did not to do that. Okay. So this is how we have to do the source shifting. If the direction of current is downward, now I will take another circuit. Now if I have to shift this, so for example, I have or I will take exactly the same circuit with opposite direction. Now let this be N1, N2 and N3. Now current is leaving N1 and entering N3. So effectively how I can write is N1, N2. So I can take a current source leaving node N1. Let this be IX. Simply just a different name, nothing more than that. It is entering N2 and immediately leaving, and it is coming to N3, IX. Okay, so this is all about the source shifting of current source. Are the things clear? Any doubts? Yes? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, any doubts?
No, sir.
So, with this, we'll end today's session. And in the next class, we'll see the examples on these sources. Okay?